Well, what's going on today, guys, and welcome to Eddie Studios. If you haven't been to my channel before, I do weekly videos with tips and tricks to help you be a better videographer, but I also do some tech reviews along the way. Now, most of my tech is pretty budget-friendly tech because I'm not all about going out and buying the most expensive gear just because I need to stock up on gear. So I buy stuff I can afford that I'll actually use. There's very few gear items that I've bought that I don't really use, and I get rid of them if I do buy them. So what I bought today, though, that I want to talk about is a new prime lens for my APS-C Sony camera that I use, which is a Sony a6600. I don't know how you feel about Sony a6600s, but I love my camera, and I think it shoots great. But this prime lens that I bought will work for any E-mount Sony APS-C lineup cameras, and it is the Meike 25mm f2.0. Hold it to the camera so you guys can see it. This thing's beautiful. The thing I like about this lens versus some of the other really budget lenses that you can find is the sheer height of it. It allows you to really use it for video and cinematography with that easy grabbing of the gears to be able to make your adjustments as you're shooting. As you can see, it's not your ordinary photography lens per se, although it is really a photography lens, but then what they do is they throw in these gears for you. So these are my two extra gears because they do give you extra ones, but they throw in, they're actually labeled on them, and one's an aperture gear and one's a focus gear. I just dropped it. I just dropped my gear. All right, got my gear. Anyways, they're not on the lens when you get it, and they throw them in. You got a focus gear, and it actually labeled on there so you can't screw it up. And they got an aperture gear. Best way to put them on, just so you know, is from the back of the lens forward. They slide on easier that way. I was having a little difficulty trying to put it on from the front. So go back forward when you get yours. The focus pull on this lens is really long, but it does turn really smooth. And it's got a nice kind of pushback for you so that you're not feeling too loose on your focus and you feel confident with where you're gonna stop with it. There's not a lot of focus breathing, as you can see. It's really nice to have any lens that sits with your aperture a good inch out from your camera so you can really get your hand on it while you're trying to shoot. If you're changing exposure while you're shooting, you want to be able to snag that aperture and adjust it accordingly. So really nice lens for videography, but it also works really well with photography. Let me show you some shots that I took photo-wise with this lens. This thing creates an amazing blurred background. The bokeh is really nice, as you can see. Creates a nice round bokeh. And overall, I just love this lens. Now, Meike does have like other budget lenses, and like I got this 35mm Meike. I've been shooting with this thing off and on for like 9 months now. Plus, that's like $69 on Amazon. So I did pay a little more for this other one, but I think it was well worth it. And if they made a 35mm of it that I can find, I will buy a 35mm of it. But I'm liking the 25mm length on this APS-C sensor. It throws me to a true, like closer to 35mm actual focal length, 38-ish, I think is what it actually calculates to. But as you can see, like the size difference makes all the difference in the world when shooting video. Mind you, I shoot video with this little guy, but it's not easy to change your aperture while shooting. And the focus is like, it's there, but it's also way looser on this. Your focus is real nice and has some like nice push against you while you're turning it on this thing. It makes for really smooth focus pulling. 120 bucks, that's what this costs. So 120 bucks, I'll put a link in the description, and it would help me out if you guys bought from that link, but if you don't, it's whatever. It is an affiliate link, and helps me keep making videos if you guys make your purchases through there. Whether you like Meike or not, I love it. I've used their lenses in the past with other cameras that I've had, and even played with their actual cinema lineup lenses on previous cameras. But this thing is really nice. I recommend it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you decide to buy this lens, let me know what you think of it. Or if you already own this lens, let me know what you think of it. I'd like to hear about it, and I'd like to hear about your experiences with it. I've had no problems with it yet, but I've only been using it for about 2 months, so let me know. I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna keep grinding here at Eddie Studios, like always. Check out the videos that I have listed over here. Top one will be my last video that I made, and the bottom one's gonna be whatever YouTube recommends to you. But I'll see you guys next time. Again, I'm going to keep grinding here at Eddie Studios. Peace, guys. See ya.